What is exhaustion? You've probably noticed that there are multiple perks here that say causes exhaustion for X amount of seconds. Now, depending on the rank of your perks, the rank 1 perk will always be 60 seconds, rank 2 is 50 seconds, and rank 3 is 40 seconds. For all of the perks that say causes exhaustion for. Exhaustion is basically a shared cooldown between all these dashing and sprinting perks. Because what happens is that while exhaustion is active, you cannot use any of these perks except for adrenaline, because it says it ignores. So the purpose of this is basically so you cannot stack like 4 dash perks like this, because if you could stack them, that means you could use sprint burst to get to alive and you would be across the map in seconds. Or you could, bounce landing off an area, sprint burst, live, and then if the killer finally catches up to you somehow, dead hard. Like, that would be super OP. You will know exhaustion has activated because the game will tell you by having this heart icon appear, and it will also tell you that the perk caused it and that you now have exhaustion. And then to indicate how much time you have left on exhaustion, you can see that the circle here goes from full gray and slowly decreases as the timer goes down. So that is basically the gist of what exhaustion is, just a global cooldown so you cannot stack perks. So it sounds pretty simple to understand, right? It's just a standard 40-second timer before you can use your dash again. Except that's wrong. The cooldown is not always 40 seconds. What the game does not say is that the cooldown for exhaustion is 40 seconds only when you are walking or standing still. If you are running while the exhaustion timer is in effect, the length of it is doubled. It goes up from 60, 50, and 40 seconds to 120, 180 seconds. This is very important to know because this means that while you are running from the killer and in chase, the timer will take twice as long to count down. And that means you'll have a long time before your perk is coming up again. And you either need to lose that killer fast so that you can get the cooldown sped up, or you get caught and let the cooldown go down while you're on the hook. Now, running isn't the only thing that affects exhaustion. Crouching does as well, and it's any form of crouching. So whether you're crouching and standing still, or crouching and walking, both will do. So if crouching, exhaustion's timer is accelerated by 33%. So it goes down to a 40.2, 33.5, or 26.8 second cooldown. So if you have just used your sprint burst at the start of the match, or you just lost the killer, you can go ahead and crouch to get that timer to speed up a bit. Now, there's a lot more you can do with this knowledge. Like, while you're in chase, while the killer is breaking a pallet or vaulting a window on a safe window area, you can crouch for even 1 second to get that little bit of the timer going faster. So strategically crouching in safe spots during chases can help you get your perk back faster. Something even better you can do with this knowledge is equip the perk Urban Evasion, which is a teachable from Nia. And what Urban Evasion will allow you to do is basically crouch walk at normal walking speed at rank 3. And even the lower ranks are really strong because it goes 90, 95, 100%. So you can then walk around the map or walk around in areas while the killer is chasing you. But since you're crouching, you can get your exhaustion timer to go down faster. And that is everything you need to know about exhaustion. While you're walking, it will do the standard cooldown that it says to you, the 60, 50, 40 second cooldown. But if you are running, the cooldown is doubled, and if you are crouching, it is accelerated. Now I'm just going to quickly point out all the perks that cause exhaustion. The perks that cause exhaustion are Sprint Burst, Lithe, Balance Landing Ranked 3 only, Adrenaline, and Dead Hard. So first up we have Sprint Burst, which is a Meg teachable. When starting to run, break into a sprint at 150% your normal running speed for a maximum of 3 seconds. Causes exhaustion. Lithe. Lithe is Fangment's teachable, and what it says is that after performing a vault, break into a sprint at 150% of your normal running speed for a maximum of 3 seconds. Activates in chases only. Causes exhaustion. Balanced Landing. This is Nia's teachable perk, and what it does is that stagger effects from long falls are reduced by 50 or 75%. In Tier 3 only, upon landing, you start sprinting at 150% your normal running speed for a maximum of 3 seconds, if not exhausted. Causes exhaustion for 40 seconds. So this is the only perk that has the sprint in the Tier 3 only. Adrenaline. This is a Meg teachable, and what it says is that you instantly heal from injury or dying state, and then you get a sprint at 150% your normal running speed for 3 or 5 seconds when the exit gates are powered. Adrenaline is on hold if you are disabled at the moment it should take effect, and will activate when freed. So this means if you're on the killer's shoulder or on the hook. Adrenaline is the only perk that will ignore your current exhaustion timer to activate. And then it will proceed to cause exhaustion for however many seconds depending on the rank of your adrenaline. So it will still cause exhaustion, but it is the only perk that will override your current exhaustion timer. And the last perk, Dead Hard. This is a David King teachable perk, and what it says is that while injured, press the active ability button while running to dash forward. During the dash, you avoid all damage. And it, of course, causes exhaustion. So these are all the current dashing/sprinting perks as of patch 1.7.3. If there are any new ones introduced in the future, I will update this video as fast as I can. And I will include in the description below about any changes as well. I hope this video has helped you understand exhaustion better and has also helped you learn more about the perks in the game. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, good luck out there in the fog, and see you next time.